it's Joy with joyslife.com, and today I want to show you a new machine that I'm trying out called the Sizzix Eclips. It's got a little handle up the top, which I really like. This machine reminds me of the Cricut, but I think it's sort of the Cricut improved. And I have a couple of reasons why I think that. For one thing, it comes with this, if you have the Cricut Expression 2, it might be difficult for you to reach to the machine and always be changing everything. An improvement I think the Sizzix Eclips has is that it's got this nifty little machine part that you can use to make it do everything. So obviously it opens and closes like I just made it do. You can cut from it, you can load and unload. Where's that? Okay, load and unload the mat. Let's do that real quick. See? Pretty cool. And I like that function. I like that it's got a handle. You can carry it around. It can use cartridges. It comes with these fun little cartridges and these little books. Now, as far as Cricut goes, I think they have it all over people when it comes to the cartridges. They've got great cartridges on the Cricut. But the Eclips is coming out with some pretty cool things. This is kind of a basic cartridge, but it's got some nice things on it. Some really useful things. This is the one that came with the machine. It's about to be Mother's Day. You can quickly make a Mother's Day card. It even has a function. Let me dig this out of the garbage. I was trying something where you can, this one would say Happy Father's Day if I hadn't taken the centers out, where it had like the little A and the little E, all the inserts. But anyway, this was a really neat thing because it uses a function they call PIP, picture in picture, which is right there. It allowed me to create or to just use this heart shape and put whatever I wanted to in it. I thought that was a pretty neat thing. So this was just, I hit the wrong button. I meant to hit Happy Mother's Day, but whatever. That one's going in the trash. But another cool thing was you can use picture in picture to cut a shape out of a shape. They have some basic shapes on their little machine that comes with it. It doesn't have anything to do with the cartridge or anything like that. They're just standard shapes, and you're able to put a shape within another shape. I thought this would be cool for a frame. Another thing it can do, well, hold on, let me show you. Oh, another thing it can do is use eCal. Now, if any of you are familiar with SCal, which stands for Sure Cuts a Lot, it's a software that you can use with your computer. And you'll see here in this picture, ta-da, there's a little laptop there. You use this with your laptop, and you can use SVG files and all kinds of things. This is another improvement I see over a Cricut. And the reason I keep bringing the Cricut up is because I feel like this is a similar machine. It has a lot of the same functions. It does use cartridges, but the improvement is it can also use SVG files. The cartridges go in right here. Let's see. And I don't know how they come out because I just got this yesterday. Okay, it comes out like that. You yank it out, or remove it carefully. And this is the one that came with mine, and I'm sure it probably comes with every one of them, Starter and Rockin' Janie. Okay, I'm thinking that being called Starter, it's probably the Starter cartridge. So another really cool thing that I like about this machine is you can put in an image and then decide, well, let me show you how you do that. First, let's just go up. Let me zoom in, that might help. I'm going to try to make this quick in case you can't see me too well with this screen. What I'm going to do is I'm on a little frames thing. Wait, let's go up to something else. Let's choose flowers. I'll pick flowers. We'll hit the OK button. And then you see there are some choices of some flowers that come with this particular cartridge. If I want to scroll through them, I can go to the right. There aren't that many. We're at the end. Let's go back because I like this first one. And then we'll hit OK. And then to put it in where it would cut, we hit the plus sign. And then it's just going to go up here. I don't know why I need to show you all that, but, well, and apparently I've done something wrong. Oh, I had to hit OK. Hold on. Sorry. Just learning. Now I will hit OK, and it will go up to the queue. All right, what I wanted to show you that's really cool about this is, let's say I wanted to cut out this little flower. Super. It's up there all ready to go. But now let's say I had another cartridge. We'll pretend this is a different cartridge. It's not. It's the same one. But we'll say, oh, I really like the cupcake, which is actually on the same cartridge I'm using, but we'll pretend it comes from a different one. So what I could do is say, oh, that cupcake is so cute. Let's go put that in. All I need to do is remove the cartridge from the thing that it's in and go ahead and add the cupcake. So basically, this is called hot swapping. It's where you can move a cartridge from a machine while the machine is still plugged in. So we will gently yank, okay, carefully remove the cartridge. And then if this were a different cartridge, we could just put it back in and say, okay, let's use whatever. And then we could just punch that one in. The cool thing, it'll then cut out our flowers and then our cupcake and whatever else we want to do. Only thing you don't want to do is to remove a cartridge when your machine is actually running. Here are a few things that I cut out. It just says happy and day. I think it did a pretty good job cutting those out. Any little bumps or problems that you might see with it are error, or user error. I removed those quite haphazardly instead of carefully, so it's all my fault. But let's go ahead and cut something else. Let me zoom out. I'm going to show you what we're going to do next. Well, actually, I already cut this out. Cut out a Happy Mother's Day. This is the Sizzix mat. It's blue-ish. It's got some white on it. Okay, so we're just going to remove that. And new mats. Sometimes they're so sticky, aren't they? Jeez. All right, so I will remove this eventually. There we go. Hey, let me show you a quick little tip. I'm throwing that paper across the room. Okay, a quick little tip. If you have a super sticky mat, sometimes it helps. Sorry, I kicked the camera. Sometimes it helps if you'll stick your hands on them and on the mat and remove it like that. Now, you may want your mat to be super sticky. If you do, don't do that. But if you have some really nice paper and you're afraid it's going to be permanently attached to your mat, you might want to give that a try. This was some, I believe, basil paper I had, and if you can tell, having it that sticky, you know, it kind of rolled it up and it made a few bends in it. And yes, I could have probably taken it off more carefully, but let me show you. You can use a little scraper like this, a little spatula. This one's from Cricut. Sizzix has one too. Use whatever you have. You don't need to have the Sizzix one if you've got the Cricut one. Now, this is the shadow for the word day for Happy Mother's Day. Hey, I wonder if I had the father. What did I do with it? Oh, it's right here. Oh, well, it's not even the same size. This is going to show you nothing. Let me see if I can do the happy one. Okay, so this is a way you can remove things without them, without bending them and tearing them and whatever. It helps. Hey, look, I did cut it out at the same size. Yay me. Oh, that was a happy mistake. Happy. Look at that. I'll zoom in on that. That's really cool. I like the way that turned out. So, the machine will layer, just like other machines I'm certain you've seen. But I think it does a really good job. Look how clear that cut turned out, with the exception of where I ripped it up. This part right here, see that little dot and the white? I did that. That was user error removal. Okay, but see, then we would just use some zip dry paper glue or glue dots or whatever you want to use to go ahead and stick those things together, or use a Xyron machine. Let's do that real quick and I'll show you how to do it. Okay, I've got my little Xyron X. I don't know if you've seen these, but you probably have if you've been crafting a while. All you do, they're so easy and fun, is you drop your little item right in there, and then you turn it around, pull it out like that. Rip it off, and what it has done is glue everything for us. So instead of having to fiddle around with these tiny, difficult pieces, I just stuck that to myself, by the way, so, okay. I like to tell on myself when I'm doing this stuff. Okay. There we go. Just remove that, and that one's super sticky. You can just rub that excess off after you've stuck it down. Try not to stick it to yourself, like I'm doing. Okay, I'm working around a camera, so let that explain some of this craziness. All right, there we go. Ta-da, 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 ta-da. Okay, that's stuck. Now, let me peel it off the mat. You'll see there's still some stickiness, but we can wipe that off very easily. Long story short, that's how you would layer. Now we've got a thing that says happy. We could put that on a card or a scrapbooking page or whatever you want to put it on. But I think that the Sizzix Eclips did a good job doing that. Let me show you how it cuts. Alright, I've just got my mat sitting right in there but it's not loaded yet. So let me show you how you can load it. You can either hit the side of the machine, which is out of camera range. It's over here on the right. But what we're going to do is use a function I like right here, where I'm just going to hang on. Once again, user error. Let me push it in. Okay. So all I did was hit load right there, and then make sure you're pushing in just a bit on the mat so it can actually grab onto it, but then it just loads it. I really like that function. So now why don't we go ahead and cut something out. We've got those flowers up there loaded, so let's use those, and I will just hit the cut button. Sorry, all my lights are getting in the way. Okay, so we're going to hit cut. Hopefully I'm doing the right thing. Yeah, see that? Now it says, please, well it did say, please do not remove cartridge. And that's the one time you really don't want to remove it. Let's zoom in and I'll show you what this blade looks like. So it's got a blade that you can adjust. And I might have needed to adjust just a bit the kind of material I was using in this. Because it seems to be just pulling it up a little bit. Anyway, there are ways to do that on the little machine thing. You can adjust the depth. Well, you can adjust the depth of the blade on the blade itself, of course. It comes out really easily too. Just unscrew it and lift it out. See, did that one-handed. So it's very simple. Anyway, let me show you the other side of it so I can show you how you can. See that little button right there? Let's push that. And now it kicked our mat right out. Yay! Oh, it's even got a nifty little tray right there that you can pull it in and out that's right at the base of the machine. That's good too to help your mat go in or out or, not fall down. Okay, so now I'm just going to peel this away. And you can see the kind of a cut that it did. See that? I think it did a really nice job. One thing I should have done is to move the mat in just a little bit further because it really cut close to the top. Oh, I think that might have been what I did. You see I had that little problem right there. I don't know if that was because it was close to the top or it was my settings. You can choose the kind of paper material that you're using. I didn't make any changes, and I think that this paper might have been a little bit thicker than the last paper I was using. So don't judge it based on this particular cut, because this is the third thing I've ever cut with this machine. So let's give some credit to them and take a bunch of credit away as user error again, really, because this is a very simple machine to use, but there are some simple techniques and things that you can learn, like how I showed you to remove this carefully a minute ago instead of, see how that bends if you pull it up? So that happens with any mat. So you can use a little spatula to remove things carefully, and this I can pretty much just tear away, but I'm probably going to tear the petal off if I'm not careful, so hold on. I'm just going to remove it from the back so it doesn't look so bad. That, I believe, was me. And, some more testing with this machine will let me know if it's user error or just the machine, but I think it did a good job. Well, there are the 3 things, or the 4 things, depending on how you count them by layer or what, but those are the things that I've cut out so far. I think it did a really good job, and I'm excited about still learning to use it. Remember, this is just the second day I've had it, the first day I've really used it, so we can't judge it too much. These are the cases that the cartridges come in. Kind of cute. Tiny, so you don't have to worry about it taking up a lot of space. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed taking a look at the Sizzix Eclips. I think it's a fun little machine, and I'm going to enjoy getting to know it a lot better. I hope you all have a great day, and keep coming to joyslife.com. Bye!